this? Is he mocking us? I'll go down that way towards the patrol station. I know the streets here like the back of my hand. Here's another split in the road. I'll go look for him in the square. I'll leave the other side to you.
The gaps between each mist figure are shrinking. Over there, at the end of that alley.
Huh. Now you're here. Well, we weren't really running from you. We just wanted to make sure you were alone.
Be good, please. Encore and Uncle Alto won't do anything bad to you.
That's enough, Encore. You're freaking our precious client out.
Encore just did as Alto said. Encore is usually a good girl.
Don't be scared, Rover. We just have a few questions for you. Was it your idea to have those two ladies wear those counterfeit Blake blooms and attract our attention? I must admit, they looked quite convincing. If I wasn't... So, you worked with a plant-type resonator. Interesting.
A plant-type resonator. We happen to know someone like that too, don't we?
Yeah, there are more than one of them out there. Not a big deal. So please, tell us, what do you want from the Black Shores? Oh, really? So that lead about you was right indeed. Like what they say here in Huanglong, the straight hook is for willing fish to bite. Da-da-da-da! Your efforts finally caught our attention. Surprise! The people you've been looking for are right in front of you. Now, how's that for a piece of intel? I'll let you have it, free of charge. Oh, not that disappointed look. Are we not what you had in mind? I know you must have a ton of questions for me, but one moment, please. As you already know, I'm an information broker. That means I make deals instead of passing out freebies. You want information from me? You gotta give me something in return. Relax, Rover. We just want to make a deal with you. We want you to come with us to an abandoned Court of Savante facility to help us. In turn, I'll tell you everything we know so far. Our business is centered around customer satisfaction and built on integrity. Otherwise, we wouldn't qualify as consultants of the Black Shores. And since you're a first-time customer, I'm pleased to offer you an additional gift. Here, have this. This should prove you're serious, since you already... And if you still have doubts about us, just finally, as a last resort, Encore! Do your cute face! Quick!
Oh, please help us. Pretty please.
Look at this poor child, pleading to you like that. How could anyone have the heart to decline? We'll be waiting for you near this beacon in Whining Ix's Mire. And don't forget to come alone, okay?
Rover, did you find them? What? Seriously? No way.
As I expected. This flower is indeed a type of remnant plant, and it contains a very unique kind of remnant energy.
No way. Or not as mysterious as people make him out to be.
What did they tell you?
That place. I only heard it's an abandoned reef because of the dangerous weather conditions and winding Ix's mire. It's been ages since anyone went.
Don't worry, Yang Yang. We all know how strong our Rover is.
Okay, Rover, I'll tell the Academy about this, and they'll help transmit your data from the resonance nexus. Then there have been frequent tacit field activities recently.
Just ring us whenever you need a hand. We'll come rushing.
Hey, Rover! I've sent the coordinates of that CSC research facility to now that we're in the same boat. The Corda Savante is a mysterious science. What really put them on the map? Isn't that? What's with the psychedelic black light coming from Morning Ix's mire? One day, a daring young scientist soared into the sky.
Alto, why are you telling bedtime stories now? Is it time to sleep already?
Ahem. My bad. Old habits die hard. With a big one day, out of the blue, every last words from that mysterious research. Ahem. You want my research? You. What do you think, Rover? Aren't you curious? Ha ha! I knew you'd be into this like I am. I suppose the magistrated Jinjo has already. We've set up resonance beacons worldwide to monitor the lament, collecting data in real time. As the saying goes, one miss is as good as a mile. After the Corda Savante researchers disappeared, recently, something went. That's why we've been sent here. While our main goal is to retrieve the lost resonance beacons,
Alto, even Encore can tell what you're up to.
it's called seize the opportunity while I can. You're just too young to get it. Come on. Huh. Is my TD detector working? How come it didn't warn us of so many tacit discords ahead?
Because they all just appeared out of nowhere.
That's weird. Anyway, let's deal with them, shall we? This is a place. Ugh. Those savants really love their puzzles. No wonder folks never managed to get inside after all these years.
That's because Alto set off the security alarm, and now the gate's closed. Ugh.
Ahem. Anyway, we've got to figure out how to open it up again. This is... Oh. No. Those crazy savants. They were trying to recreate... Never thought they could pull off something like this. The retroact rain is essentially a form of condensed remnant energy. Various events across space and time from every dimension are recorded. That rain curtain we saw earlier was probably before the retroact rain forms. It goes through 3 stages. And what we're seeing now should be the second stage. I've heard of plenty independent studies on the retroact. Most of the researchers were driven by their obsessions, while some wanted to relive it. But look at all these devices here. It really makes one wonder. What on earth were they trying to bring back with such a massive... The power system here might still work. Let's split up and find it.
Hooray! Woolie's ran away!
The experiments have been going smoothly. The artificial retroactive rain project has advanced to its second phase. We believed we could recreate that divine miracle with the artificial... We have no time left. The artificial controllable tacit field should be complete by now. That Fraxidus over, though he loves to meddle with our experiments a bit too. This lab's location is a bit too remote for me. But
yeah. Where else could us...
The committee kicked us out like trash. As Professor Hysen stated, we are embarked this time. We will make the divine miracle we saw happen. That Fraxidus overseer has been really... Though he loves to meddle with our experiments a bit too much. This lab's location is a bit too remote for me.
Yeah. Where else could us...
The committee kicked us out like trash. As Professor Hysen stated, we are embarking on... This time, we will make the divine miracle we saw happen again.
Cosmos? Cloud reported in. Cloudy saw nothing. What? Go! Go look.
How's Subject A038 doing lately?
It has yet to assume a concrete form or exhibit vocalization behavior. However, we noticed some behavioral discrepancies from our initial expectations, and further observation and research would be necessary.
It's merely a replica after all. It's far from the true form of those gods. By the way, things have been mysteriously...
You noticed it too? Thought I was imagining things. And there's weird noises at the lab late at night. I suspect it is something to do with Subject A038. but it's been under strict surveillance. That couldn't possibly be 8038.
I'll go check the security cameras once more. Let's increase its rations. We can't afford to let it go hungry. After all, it's our last hope now.
Now, this is the last room.
Over! Encore spotted something!
It's getting closer. These will be my final word. I thought my enemies were misconceptions, waning passion, and only in the end did I realize time is my ultimate foe. I became blindsided by my fear of death and insatiable thirst for truth, eventually derailing our research. It was too late when I finally came back to my senses. We had now. I'm leaving my last They are our past. But they are also our future, the future being hailing from our past. Please save us once again. Please keep pushing forward until you reach the real gate that can change the world.
Wow! She's so pretty!
Rover, about this person. Knew it. Great! Now that power's been restored, the elevator should work. The beacon signal is coming from below. Let's go.
Wow! A big, clunky monster!
Damn! Those savants never run out of new surprises for us. The signal's coming from it. Did it swallow our resonance beacon? Looks like peace isn't an option. Guys, brace yourself. We'll need to take it down.
Alto, we doing it like we usually do?
Of course.
Then this big guy is Encore's to tackle. Cosmos! Cloudy! Attack!
Let me figure out its weakness. I see. It's cobbled together from these metal parts. We should target its joints. Use the fallen parts to counter its attacks and destroy its unstable structure. Phew! Job done.
Encore is strong! Told ya! But why did they keep that big guy here?
According to our findings earlier, researchers who worked here they were likely studying an ancient civilization they deemed to be divine beings. Somehow, they believed this ancient civilization had once visited the mire, and when they failed to recreate the retroactive rain to get their desired results faster, they started feeding this replica various and we've seen what that ended up with. It turned into it was probably the culprit behind the disappearance of those folks, and I suspect the Fraxidus overseer mentioned in that log may have those researchers. They were too obsessed with validating that the monster devoured them, but not with its teeth. What a... So, Rover, now it's time for me to fulfill my promise. What do you want to know about the Black Shores? As you already know, we monitor and research the lament, and we've got resonance beacons set up in every nation. The island our headquarters are built on is in fact a massive piece of tacitite ore, which powers our various energy-intensive operations. This Blake Bloom is a product of that overflowing energy on the island. Our island is located in the perfect spot to accurately monitor the lament. That being said, the lament's behavior is constantly changing. All we could do for now is observe the lament, study its pattern. What do you want to know about the Black Shores? All right, no more beating around the bush. Yeah, we just wanted to make sure you're a dependable ally. The Black Shores members all work together to save the world from the lament crisis. We've got talents from all walks of life, and we like your skills and methods. So what do you say? Ready to jump? What do you want to know about the Black Shores? Camellia? Of course we do! Yeah, she can be kinda unhinged, but she's indeed one of ours. Just so you know, she only took up this mission because of you. Quite the charmer, aren't you? So you've met her already? Nice! Save me some time introducing. What do you want to know about the Black Shores? We just received a warning from our lament detection system. Another Threnodian is about to revive near Jinzhou City. So, we came here to inform Jinzhou's magistrate about it. Yes, entire countries have been destroyed. We're not letting... What do you want to know about the Black Shores? I'm just an insignificant consultant at the Black Shores, so I don't know that much about all its hidden secrets, but I believe the piece of intel I'm about to share with you will make this trip worth your effort. This is not the first time you've been reawakened. Last time, you woke up at the Black Shores. Rover, we share the same goal. We're both aiming to fight against the Threnodians and prevent the Lament Crisis.
Yep! Onkar can prove it. The Threnodian is a bad, bad guy, and Onkar and Alto are the heroes of justice! So we're gonna stop the bad guys!
I understand. Trust isn't something you could afford to give out that easily. Remember the Blake bloom I gave you earlier? It's more than just a symbol. It also holds the key to our headquarters. Phew! Anyway, mission accomplished! Glad I got you on board, Rover. Loops? Almost forgot. Gotta check the... Wait. No! It can't be!
Hey, Alto! Wait! Onkar heard lightning. When there's lightning, it's gonna rain. And when it's gonna rain, Onkar's... Oh, no. Alto said when it rains like this, we hide.
No. This is... It's the real Retroact Ring.
Rover, Jinzhou. Jinzhou is under attack. It's a TD outbreak.
This rain, it's finally happening.
General.
Yes, how's it going?
We have 500 remaining soldiers prepared and medically cleared for combat. After receiving the antidote for retroact rain, they have reported. However, a few veterans still reported sporadic sightings of phantoms in the rain.
I see. Stay alert. We will continue as planned. Report any signs of potential TD outbreaks immediately. We march on to the Northfall Barrens as soon as the rain...
Aye, sir.
Stronger emotional connection to the affected area leads to more intense hallucinations. I should go for another round of inspection. Make sure everything is going as planned.
General. We've got all equipment repaired, tactite weapons adjusted and given to the resonators. But the rain's getting heavier. Should we take shelter for the time being? One of our combat medics claims it's no ordinary downpour, and he strongly advises holding off any moves until it clears. Though young, his sharp intuition has been proven in previous battle. However, I do agree this will be our last chance at organizing. Sir, his name is... Gian. General, help. Please, help me.
What do you make of this? Gia, maybe you are right. The rain just happened out of nowhere. This is our only chance. The enemy we've been yearning to destroy is finally right. And now, you're asking me to sit back and do nothing because... Silence. Is this your response? Or is it fear holding your... No, I see. You're no different. We fear, we bleed, we suffer, and in the end, we'll all die on the battlefield. But what about your brethren, friends, and comrades, as you witness them viciously slain before your eyes, one by... Will you still remain silent when their souls demand an answer? There is no other choice. We must trample the pile of corpses at our feet and push on. Keep barking orders. Keep fighting until the retroact rain merely creates illusions of past events. My soldiers will not succumb to those hallucinations. I will not allow it. We'll crush anything in our path, no questions asked. And I will pave the way for us all with my forte. If tens, hundreds, thousands more of my men will die, John, I have a question for you. What would you have done on that day if you were in my position? Whatever you say, I'll never answer those brave souls with such silence and cowardice. Prove yourself to me, Gian. Caught you off guard, didn't they? Just like what happened on that rainy night. Yes, go on. Keep fighting. Fight! Until the last of them is wiped out!
General Gershu Lin. We fight to protect what we cherish. We cherish our comrades not out of cowardice or fear, but out of trust. The trust, I cannot assure you I am always making the right choice, General. But we should never build our victory on top of endless sacrifices.
Is that so? As I see it, you're cut from the same cloth, you and I.
Perhaps we are indeed, General. I share at least one thing with you. I too will draw my blade to fight for what I believe in, and I'll stop at nothing to see it through.
General! General, you look pale.
I'm fine. Please go on.
We just detected an intense frequency reaction from that tacit field ahead. That moon, it's gradually turning full in the sky. It looks just like how it was during the battle beneath the crescent.
It's time.
Sir, the Midnight Rangers are ready.
Attention all troops! Take position and get ready to engage.
Sir.
When the moon turns full, a roving traveler shall return. The prophecy is being fulfilled. Here they are. They're not coming at us. Are they trying to protect something, or are they waiting for commands? With a TD outbreak of this magnitude and organization, someone must be orchestrating it. Could it be?
It looks almost full now, and the retroact rain falling. Rover, maybe this is the right time Madam Magistrate was talking about.
Citizens of Jinzhou, please remain calm and evacuate in an orderly manner as we practice during...
It's a pre-recorded broadcast message. Our magistrate saw this coming and she had General Jian devise an emergency plan a long time ago. We knew this was coming and we were ready, but oh boy, the amount of TDs is insane. Thanks for coming in time, Rover. It would have taken us much longer to handle this. Oh, Director Tao Chi is here too. For a better rundown of the situation, you can find her near the city gate.
Any update on the protective barrier?
We've put in all our resources to repair it, but if those tacit discords keep coming at us, it might not hold up for long. Ah, I presume you must be Rover. Maybe we've met somewhere before. Anyway, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Tao Chi, a director at the Ministry of Development. I'm in charge of our defense fortifications. Thank you for lending us a hand.
What's more, the current TD outbreak we're dealing with is directly caused by the retroact rain.
Once the protective barrier breaks down, tacit discords could manifest from inside Jinzhou City.
Rover, remember what I told you earlier? The retroact rain is essentially condensed droplets of remnant energy. This remnant energy makes it a magnet for tacit discords. It records events from all times and places, allowing that's what we call The phantoms of retroact. It kind of works like how resonators resonate with the world. The more you're exposed to the... Oh, and here's another interesting fact about the retroact rain. When it's raining across a large area, illusions pulled from the memories of multiple people can... Nice catch, Rover. Jinzhou has been a battleground for centuries. That's why it has to deal with the Threnodian that represents... Once the retroact rain reaches its final stage, there'll be...
This is the one major threat that has been looming over Jinzhou. Our magistrate ordered the construction of this barrier precisely because of that. Indeed, the phantoms should only mechanically repeat what they had been, but the retroact rain can be significantly enhanced through the Threnodian's power. As a result, said phantoms become increasingly realistic, to the point of inflicting... In that battle 3 years ago, our soldiers got into a gruesome fight against countless tacit discords, either native to Northal Barrens or produced by retroact rain, and endless phantoms of tacit discords, and our fallen soldiers repeated their indiscriminate attacks on everything. Soldiers could not tell friends from foe. The relentless rain even recreated the brutal deaths of their comrades, etched in vivid detail. The Northal Barrens turned into a living hell, and to this day, we can still hear the desperate cries.
The battle beneath the Crescent was humanity's first recorded encounter with retroact rain enhanced by Threnodian power. Your previous general sent back valuable video recordings of the rain. Those videos provided crucial information, which our people at the Black Shores have theorized that the Threnodian abnormal moon sightings and the retroact rain may be linked. Yeah, something like that. But it's only a theory. We don't have enough data to verify anything. So, unfortunately, we can't predict retroact rains yet, but we know it's closely connected with Threnodians reviving. The TD outbreaks are another sign.
The moon just changed in an instant. If this theory turns out to be true, that means...
And Jinzhou's dealing with what happened 3 years ago. The Threnodians' revival is never an independent occurrence. They could sense one another through some form of telepathic link. The revival of a Threnodian in Jinzhou will trigger catastrophic events and affect other nations. We gotta hustle back to the Tethys base, recalibrate our lament detector, and warn them before it's too late. Anyway, we'll take our leave now.
Please stay safe.
That's all we've gathered so far, Rover. The TD outbreaks won't stop before the end of this reign. We must stay alert.
Mom, there's another wave of them ahead.
Speak of the devil. I'll need to take a very long nap after this. Activate the defense mechanisms!
Everyone, hold your ground!
The TDs here have been dealt with. Let's go reinforce the outpost. It's still under attack.
Thank you. Some of us are still fighting in there. We must go help them.
Finally.
We made it! Oh, thank you so much!
It's dangerous here. Let's head back first.
Please tell me this is the last one? Rover, your moves are sharp as always. Dealing with so many TDs seem like a walk in the park for you.
Rover, did you see that?
Now it's almost identical to what we saw 3 years ago during the battle beneath the crescent. I'm afraid we're already running out of time.
Report the situation, please.
Madam Magistrate, the barrier has been fully repaired and we've evacuated all residents.
Well done, Director Tauchi. Indeed. It's been a while, Rover. It's been going according to plan, if I may say so. I was made aware of this in advance, and planned out our defense beforehand. Now that we are facing such an emergency, I cannot sit back and wait for Jui to save us. I will act and see my duty through. This is my decision. I have secured some much-needed aid for our city during my visit to the capital. Also, our experts should be ready by now. Rover, do you still remember Jue's message for you? Now we have raindrops that fall upstream, and the Midnight Rangers General in the Norfall Barrens, ready to take on the Overthrax. This must be the right time Jue was talking about. Rover, it's going to be dangerous. You might directly confront a Trinodian. Your eyes look as determined as ever. You will be remembered as a heroic ally in our defense against external threats, regardless of the outcome of this battle. May victory prevail the lasting night. I will pray for your safe return.
Rover, I have informed border checkpoints across Jinjiao about your trip to the front line. You have been granted unlimited access to all places. Yang Yang, you're one of our outriders. I hope you can go with Rover and provide assistance. You'll need to pass through a tacit field to reach our base in the Desert Rock Highland. Please, be careful.
Rover, Yang Yang, I'll be keeping the city safe as a patroller. Do come back in one piece, okay? Wow, thanks, Rover. Can't believe you still remember that title. I'll live up to it for sure.
It seems the rain is not stopping anytime soon.
The city. What if...
Rest assured, you can count on me.
I will keep everyone safe.
Me too.
Don't forget us, Lion Dance Troupe!
We got this!
As you can see, everyone's ready to defend our city.
Rover, Yang Yang, safe travels.
I've informed General Jian that you're heading to his place. He will be meeting up with you soon.
May victory prevail the lasting night.
Defend the south gate! Enemy attack weakening! This wave is almost over.
North Gate! TDs incoming!
Our enemies are spent! Hold your ground!
It's over!
All tacit discords nearby have been dealt with. Now the city's defense. Please update me on the situation in Jinzhou City.
Under Madam Magistrate's command, the barrier has been activated, and citizens are being evacuated to the safe zone. Washu Academy and Ministry of Development are on standby for further instructions. Baiju and that rover, he is heading over to meet you. Yang Yang...
I see. We have successfully contained the outbreak here at the base. I will go pick them up as soon as possible. The rain's getting heavier. There are signs of tacit discords reviving. Intense frequency. I need to clear the way for them as quickly as possible. Couple more tacit discords here. Time to get rid of them. Is that the thundering Mephis?
The Trinodian's revival has done significant damage to the environment nearby. Things have gotten even more dangerous out here. The closer we get to Norfall Barrens, the worse it gets. The streams feel heavy with dread and the smell of blood. There must be a brutal fight going down in the Desert Island. The tacit field directed Tao Chi mentioned should be right up ahead. We must pass through it to reach our base and find General GN. I wonder what other anomalies await us ahead. Is that one of our soldiers? Those soldiers, they're more tacit discords. Be careful. The rhetoric brain's effects are worsening. We must proceed with caution. There, another wounded soldier. The streams are stabilizing.
Are you Yang Yang?
What happened here?
The Thundering Memphis. I'm part of the Deso Rock Highland Supply Transport Team. This is where our supply station is. We worked to keep we were on our way. Had to go through Thundering Memphis. The rain brought in the end. I barely... This place... It's dangerous.
Watch out!
It's him, General...
Thundering Memphis. We must bring it down to keep pushing forward. Be gone!
We did it!
The Thundering Memphis is a blend of countless fallen soldiers' reverberations. As long as more soldiers are still dying here, it will always return. Not to mention, countless souls of our brave soldiers remain trapped in this rain to this day.
General.
Sorry. I should have arrived sooner. The honor is mine, Rover. Madam Magistrate and Tao Chi have informed me of your willingness to assist us. Thank you for lending us a hand. I should properly welcome you with Huang Lon's formalities, but as the current situation forbids that, I'll brief you on our plans as fast as possible. I've heard about your deeds from Madam Magistrate. You are a trustworthy ally, according to her. Here, Retroact Rain Antidote, developed by the Academy. While the antidote cannot shield you from its effects entirely, it should at least lessen the hallucinations. For someone to show up as a phantom in the Retroact Rain, 2 conditions must be met. Prior exposure to the rain, and a deep connection to the affected area. You were found in the Gorges of Spirits only recently, and this is your first time setting foot in Jinzhou, ruling out that possibility. Moreover, You possess a similar ability with the legendary hero who once absorbed Threnodian. Jue prophesied about your arrival. I was told you'd come to the Norfall Barrens one day to reclaim your lost power from Overthrax. I'll do everything in my power to help you make that happen. Yes, Madam Magistrate might not be aware of this as it happened before she was appointed. On the day I was selected to be the next general, Jue told me this. Beneath the full moon, guide the returning one to confront Threnodian. And if you are indeed the returning one mentioned here, we may actually get rid of that monster. You might have noticed something off about that moon. We call it the Void Plenilune. Once it fully takes shape, Overthrax, the Threnodian of war, would be reawakening soon. It is an ancient terror that reigns over our land, capable of devouring weapon frequencies to enhance itself. The Norfall Barrens have become a massive graveyard of weapons after countless battles. Those weapons would have made it even stronger than before, but we must act now. The Void Plenilune is already visible. We must contain the Threnodian swiftly. Any delay could allow it to recover and become harder to deal with. Hold on. We cannot afford to rush the plan. We'll get into the specifics once we reach our base. I've taken care of all the tacit discords nearby on my way here. The path ahead should be relatively safe now. Keep going and we'll reach the base soon.
Wait, is that?
Overthrax's towering statue, built from repurposed weapons and debris, has long loomed over Jinzhou as a foreboding symbol of our ongoing struggle. We managed to gravely injure it 3 years ago, making the statue sink into the water, and now it just resurfaced. Our enemy must be eager to strike. The Vanguard base is right up ahead. Let's hurry over.
Greetings, General.
Master Jianxing? Didn't know I'd be...
Jianqin recently arrived at our base with one of the supply delivery teams.
General, I've heard people comparing the Norfall Barrens. Master once told me, life and death should follow a natural course. Countless brave souls have been trapped here by the evil powers of Overthrow.
Please follow me. Our main goal is to contain the reviving Threnodian, but we must beware of the tacit discords too. The Academy determined they were not native to the Norfall Barrens, and instead had been conjured by him. After analyzing their behavior, I believe the source of said power is not. While the Overthrax is still weakened, we must seize the opportunity to act. With looming danger from the continued onsets of TD outbreaks and many of our units injured and unable to fight, it is crucial to plan our attack wisely. Please, join me in mapping out the strategic plans. I have split all combat units into 3 factions. The ranged units team will provide fire support from afar, while the infantry team engages in close combat. Lastly, we have the special task force of Rover, Yang Yang, Janshin, and me. Allow me to introduce Kong Lin, leader of the ranged units team. And this is Yuehui. He's in charge of the infantry team. This is a topographical map of the Norfall Barrens. The Overthrax's power limits our reach. Outrider scouts can't go beyond the Norfall Barrens and Valley Junction. The deepest we ventured was 3 years ago, when we discovered the suspended ruins in its hinterland. But the terrain is treacherous, narrow and flanked by high cliffs on both sides, leaving only one path for our troops to travel. On the other hand, our enemies must take the same route if they want to attack us. With the Overthrax reorganizing their frequencies and bringing them back, we will face endless waves of attacks. Every time we cut down an enemy, it gains more power. Time is of the essence. We cannot afford a prolonged battle. We must swiftly and safely get our strongest units in the heart of the battlefield, reach that statue, and take down Overthrax in time. Over. Let's plan carefully and use each team's strength to our advantage. First, our ranged units. Armed with long-range weapons, they can strike from a distance. But we need to strategize based on the terrain, topography, and enemy forces. If we manipulate the terrain to our advantage, our strikes will be more effective and cover a larger range. Where should we deploy the ranged units? Deploying our ranged units high above the valleys in advance. This way, they'll provide cover for our close combat forces while staying safe themselves. We'll use their range advantage to the fullest. Next, the infantry. They have been trained and equipped for close combat. The heart of Norfall Valley is our main battleground, where we'll fight our enemies head-on. We need to... How should the infantry engage enemy targets? Now that the narrow terrain has dictated an inevitable confrontation, the infantry will attack head-on, breaking their line. Then our task force can strike where they're vulnerable. A reasonable choice. Lastly, the Special Task Force. All resonators with powerful abilities, they have superior mobility and If the chance arises, they will be responsible for taking down the Overthrax. What should the Special Task Force do?
Flank tactics aim to avoid direct confrontation and exploit enemy weaknesses to take them down slowly. However, our combat power could be drained by the endless enemy assaults if we can't afford to prolong engagement. There may be more...
What should the Special Task Force do? We'll join our effort to break through their defenses and crush their source of power. This is the only way to completely rout the enemies. It's a risky but necessary move under our current circumstances. Thank you, Rover. The battle plan is clear. I will now recap our plan. Kong Lin, your team will take the cliffs for fire support. Uehui, your team will charge enemy lines to pave way for the special task force.
Yes, sir.
And I'll join Rover, Yang Yang, and Jian Xin to create an opening for our main forces and take down the Threnodian. Good. Are we all clear on what to do? Our next move is to reclaim the disruptor and break through the ground wave barrier. Rover, do you see that iridescent veil? That's the ground wave barrier. Overthrax set it up to absorb frequencies in the Norfall Barrens without interruption. One of our top priorities now is to protect the disruptor from tacit discord attacks. It's a powerful anti-Threnodian weapon from when Jinzhou was founded. We need it to break through this barrier. I'll leave it to the professional to explain the details.
Greetings, General Jian. Rover.
How's the preparation going on your side?
We've got good news and bad news. Good news is, bad news is, the disruptor's simply put, it's out of power. Fortunately, there should be a backup power outlet. To use the disruptor, we'll have to repair that outlet first, then wait for a full charge. Any questions? In theory, we could. In practice, first, it could dodge our attack. Not even a perfect hit can kill it. If Threnodians have been proven to be way stronger than we imagined, our disruptor... Any questions? That's because this ancient disruptor dates back at least to the founding of creating such a powerful weapon with limited technology back then. Whoever did it was truly a genius, I must say. If we were to unleash its full power on Jinzhou City, it might launch the entire place into the air. Any questions? I can, but it takes time. No matter how fast I build it, Jinzhou won't be able to hold out that long. Any questions? By the way, this is a weapon of mass destruction. The capital would want strict control over its use. Will they really approve our application?
The magistrate and I have it covered. Trust me.
All right. We'll be waiting for the green light. Lastly, we've got more bad news. Baizha, please fill us in.
Yes. Rover, I am currently monitoring the tacit discord attacks from the Academy to design a safer route for you. We just received word from our soldiers at the emplacement. A large number of tacit discords are targeting the disruptor, and our troops are doing their best to defend it. The disruptor has been surrounded by the tacit discords, with more of them slowly closing in. After we recapture the nearby emplacement, it will take some more time for the disruptor to recharge. I'll send you the coordinates of the disruptor and its backup energy port. We wish you the best of luck.
I trust we all understand the situation now. Rover, Yang Yang, please go and secure the disruptor and fix its backup energy outlet. Jian Xin, please stay and guard the base. I'll draw those tacit discords away. Let's get moving.